Hi, this is Sonia with Artsy Solutions, and I want to show you what I made with the design team project using the kit from the Sweet Spot Thelisha called Summer's Dream. I made some tags and I kind of grunged them up a little bit, and it's going to go into that Summer's Dream journal that I'm still working on. And I used a combination of several different mixed media items and stuff like that. So here's the first one, and you can see I've got like crackle paste on there. Just different pieces of fabric. I'd stamped some images and I added on this little ribbon, a little piece of jewelry that I created like a year or so ago. It might have been 2 years ago, I don't even know. And some more stamped images and just some grunged up, like a grunged up pocket that's made from a paper bag and some muslin and stitched fabrics or stitched thread that came from my sewing machine when I messed up a bunch. And I just kept the thread from it, and I decided to just add it back on there along with some cheesecloth. And then there's a little bird. Here's some more stamped images, and I stamped these and also added some crackle paste onto it. I don't know if you can really see it on the peach too well, but let's see, maybe you can kind of see it. I kind of put it on pretty thick, but that's that one. And then just got like a distressed edges. All of them have like distressed edges and stuff from texture paste that I used. And then they're all double-sided with like this yellow journaling area. So that's the first one. And then here's the second one. All of them are, pretty much similar, and I just used some scraps and different things. Did some collaging and all kinds of stuff on there. And then here's another piece of that paper bag along with some a rusted dryer sheet. And then here's a little bee that I had stamped and fussy cut out. And then here's the back of it. And you have this one. Got some glossy accents going around the edge. And then just some stamped images. And then, the rusted look I had with the tea and the texture paste and stuff like that. And stitched around the edges of all of them. And we have some stitching right here. This was just the old paper bag along with the rusted dryer sheet. And then it flips over like that. And then here's the last one. And it has a closure right here. All you gotta do is just take the whatever you call this stuff, elastic, and then open it up. Then you have like a little sign here. That's from the little stamp set. And then here's some more images. And then that fussy cut out. I did a whole lot of fussy cutting out on these things right here. So this opens up like so. And then you have another grunged up looking pocket right here. And then some more peachy looking stuff. And then this is a little pocket right here. And then I did some crackle paste on there too. And then, now this right here goes up and down. And I wanted to have like something that was like interactive. And I learned this from Rosa Kelly Scrapbooking. I think that's her name. Because she does like a lot of scrapbooking and interactive things in her scrapbooks. So I kind of borrowed her idea. She fixed hers a little bit different, but I just kind of put my own little spin on it. And then you've got like a little pocket right here that comes out. And you also have like a little pocket down in here, even though you can't really, I should have put something in there, like a tag or something. Have a pocket there, and then this just folds over, and then you have like a little journal spot right there. And then that's pretty much it. So this is a long video because it took me a while to get it or to do it. So but yeah, let me go ahead and show you how I did it, how I made it. Okay, so I'm going to make some tags, and I'm going to be using the kit from the design team project Summer's Dream. And I've got I've got different papers in here. I've got the actual journal pages and ephemera, some of that cut out. And then also, I think I'm going to make it using some of this malfunction paper, or I had printed out some of the part of the kit and my ink was messing up, but I still kept it. Let's see, which page was that? It was one of these pages that didn't print out correctly. But this is one of them. Which one is it? Here it is. This is the one. Yeah. Somehow it didn't print out right. But anyway, I'm going to use it, and I may even take bits and pieces of this colorful one and add it in there. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to make a few tags using it because I don't want to waste it. I might just use this too. Yeah. So we're going to cut that out, and then we're going to cut out some other stuff, and we're going to use some stamps, scrap papers, and just different things like that. So let me try to get all this organized first. I'll just set that to the side. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because this right here, this paper, it was printed out on just regular copy paper, like 20-pound copy paper. So it's not very thick. And so I need something to make it thick. So I've got some scraps of brown cardstock. I think these are either 60-pound. Some of it's 60-pound cardstock, and I think some of it's 110-pound cardstock. So I've got some different pieces of scraps in here. So let me just get my paper trimmer, and we're going to make our base. I'm going to make different size tags. So this one, I think I'm going to make it 3 inches. It is 3 inches, right? Yeah. 3 by 4. Oh, I think I'll do 3 by 4.5. Yeah. Guess I'll do like 2 of them. 3 by 4.5. And then I want like a bigger one. One that's a little bit wider. So I think I'm going to make this one, let's see, like 4.5 inches wide. Or no, I'll just do 4 inches instead of 4.5, because I don't want it to be too big. Yeah, I'll just make it 4 inches wide. And let me pick up this paper by about 6.5. 4 by 6.5 inches. So that's a pretty good size. And let's see, I've got another piece. I think I'll do another one. So 6 by 4.5. Or by 4. Oops. Take a 1/2 inch off. Okay. So we're going to make 4 tags with our scraps. And I'm just going to start collaging on some stuff to get like a background. And I've got a combination of things over here. Let's see. And I even have some Crafter Square paper that I got from the Dollar Tree. It's very pretty. I might even use little elements from there. Maybe some of the feathers or something. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not even sure yet. Oh, or the mushrooms. I might cut out the mushrooms. Let me just take that out and set that out just in case. Okay, so set that there. And so we're going to go ahead and just start collaging some stuff on here. And I'm just going to take a glue stick. UHU glue stick. Can't go wrong with that. And I'm just going to go over my paper. I'm just going to do one tag at a time. And then we've got some scrap paper here. And I'm going to just start layering. It's not going to be perfect. I'm just going to start putting stuff on there. And see what we can come up with. I might do two of them at the same time, because they're going to be similar, so I'm going to use some of the same scraps on here. So okay, so I've got that on pretty well. So I'm going to let it dry a little bit, and I'm going to stitch around the edges just to kind of, and around different parts of it, just to make sure that it's on there good. And I'll be right back. Okay, so we got these, and I had ran out of thread of one color, and I had to add a second color, but that's fine. And it was it's like a cream color thread, but I darkened it simply by just taking some ink and running over the edges of it. You do what you gotta do, right? Okay, so let's just go ahead and do these bigger ones. And I've just got some scrap paper. We're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna just tear some little bits and pieces here and there and add them on with the glue stick. Alright, and then now I'm just going to stitch going around the edges. Okay, so now we have our tags so far. They've all been stitched and collaged, stuff like that. So now we're going to need some stuff to go to decorate it. We're going to set these over to the side. And I've got several different stamps. I've got this little dragonfly stamp. We've got some Dollar Tree stamps that have like mini butterflies and dragonflies and birds and things like that you can make like specimen cards with and stuff like that. But I don't think I'm gonna make specimen cards on this one because I'm out of acetate. Not acetate, but I wanted to use vellum. So, but oh, I could still use acetate. We're gonna keep it simple. I'm not gonna use acetate, but we're gonna stamp multiple images of like wildlife, birds, and some. We've got these little peaches. This is also from Thelisha, the Sweets by Thelisha. This is her August peach stamp. We're going to use that. We've got these Bow Bunnies Sowing the Seeds stamp. Yeah, we'll use that. We've got these words, All Real, All You. This is also from the Sweets by Thelisha, Bakers and Crafters. She has a few stamp sets. So we're going to use some of these. And then I've got like different little things that I had gotten from, was it Shein or Temu? I think it was Shein. And it has like little honeycombs and things like that. This bug is a little bit too big for what we're making today. This dragonfly is too, but I like the honeycombs that are like up underneath it, so I could use little bits and pieces of that as like a background. And then we have these beautiful flowers that I could also use as like a backdrop. So we'll see. We'll come up with different stuff. And then we've got these mushrooms, which I don't know if I want to use these mushrooms, or I did want to go ahead and cut out those mushrooms that I'd gotten from this little Dollar Tree pad. These right here. So I went on ahead and cut those out. I might use those. I don't know. I like to go ahead and prepare and get little things so that when I start decorating, it's all together. So we're just going to start stamping and stuff. And I've got some Ranger Archival ink. I had to get another ink pad because this one might still... I'm going to see how much is left in that, and then I had to get another pad because I don't know. But I don't like to wait. I'm just going to use that in something else. I know this will work because this is brand new. So I'm going to start with the little peach. And I like how on her, let's see if you can see it. She's got little sayings, "Your sweetest peaches," things like that. So we're going to stamp. Matter of fact, I'm just going to put all these little stamps on here because I can actually just cut them out and use them as I need them. These little quotes and stuff. It's just too cute. Now, before I finish making some other stamps, I want to go ahead and edit this little piece because I'm going to use some collage paste on there. So, and it's going to take a long process to dry. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out this so far. And I'm going to go ahead and color it in. I guess I could use watercolors. I'm just going to use the Faber-Castell. These are watercolor markers. And I'm just going to color these in. And I'm going to use some watercolor markers or pens to spread the ink. And I'm not going to take long on it. I'm just going to just need to find a marker that has water in it already. Yeah, this has water in it. Let me see if I can zoom in. I don't know if you can see that good enough. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go around the edge. I should have wet the paper first, but well, it's fine. Well, I thought I was going to be able to spread it, but well, this isn't watercolor paper, so it's not going to necessarily spread as easily as I wanted it to. What's this? I'm going to add a little bit of collage medium matte and let it dry. Just a little bit. That way it'll stay, the colors will stay in when I add the crackle medium to it. Okay, so now I'm going to add some of this crackle paste, translucent, And I am going to let this air dry the way it's supposed to. Let me zoom back out. And we're going to finish stamping. Okay, so I got everything cut out. And I just kind of put them in this little bag so I wouldn't lose every little thing, you know. So let's start decorating. And we've got, of course, these that we just got finished stamping. And then I've got some other things from like Shein and Temu and other places. I got a piece of rice paper that I might use. I don't know for sure. And then, of course, we got stuff from the kit that I had already cut out previously. And then we got some words and some Tim Holtz ideology. I don't know. I'm not sure what we're going to use yet. But we're definitely going to use these little black and white pieces that we that I messed up on. That my printer messed up on. So, let's see what we have so far. Let's just kind of put the cards down or tags down and see where we're at with it. Let me see if I got it all in frame. Alright, so like I said, I don't want to waste anything. And somehow they came out like this was super dark. And then this was a little bit lighter. I don't know how that happened. Oh, I know. Because I printed it out in Photoshop. And in Photoshop, when you go to print, it gives you options to let your printer choose the color. Or if you want Photoshop to choose the color. And I think when I did this with Photoshop, it makes it a little bit darker and more precise. So that's probably why that was so dark. But, like I said, I'm going to use that. She's got in the kit, there's already like little bits and pieces that are similar to what I'm getting ready to cut out. Let's see. Like this right here, it says relaxation. It's kind of already like that anyway, but I like this band. So I'm going to cut that out. And I like this whole cluster of stuff in here. So what I may do is just cut that cluster out. I might have to back it onto some other cardstock. Who would have known that this would have looked good like that with black and white? And these colors I think would look really good with these cards or tags, simply because of the colors that's in that collage that I made. So that's why I don't like throwing anything away, because you can always make something with it. I might make this into like a flip pocket or something that's coming out. We'll see. But I'm going to have to back it with a piece of heavier cardstock for sure. And even these little pieces like this, I could actually just stick them somewhere on here. We'll see. So let's just kind of get a base idea. Summer fun. I like that. I think I will have something flip out. So let me, okay, this is going to be something that I'm going to put onto some, should I do black cardstock or brown cardstock? I think I'll use black cardstock. Because like I said, this was printed out on 8.5 by 11, just regular copy paper, so it's not very thick. So let me see something. My markers are almost empty. I'm gonna have to get some more. So let's just go around the edges with this marker just to darken it up a little bit. It's quicker to use the marker than it is for me to take the Distress Oxide ink. I ordered some from Joann's because I forgot I had a gift card that my son had given me, honestly, about 2 years ago. Sometimes I'll get gift cards and I'll just completely forget I've even gotten them. I got some from Bath and Body Works and what was that other one? Victoria's Secret. I haven't even used them yet. I forgot I had those. But yeah. Sometimes I forget. I get sidetracked. Okay, so I'm going to put this on some black cardstock. Let's go ahead and glue this on there. I'm not sure how I'm going to use that other page, but we're going to see. We're going to use our leftover bits and pieces. And I might not use it the exact same way in each tag. I might just take leftovers from the current tag that, or the current sheet journal page, that the misprinted page. I'm just going to take stuff from there. I hate when this glue gets on here like that, but it'll be alright. So let's go ahead and cut this out right quick. But yeah, and then I'm going to probably add some fabrics and different things like that when we start to decorate. But I'm still waiting on my little peaches to dry. My the ones that I added the crackle paste to. It's only been, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes or so. It may have been an hour. Time gets away when I start crafting. I don't know how long it's been. So it's still about halfway. It ain't even halfway. It's still got a long ways to go. And I don't want to show you the crackle until after it's completely done. I hate showing the in-between stages because sometimes it'll make you feel like, ugh, that's it. That's, you know. I like to wait and show you the finished product. But I guess it still looks like it did when I first put the stuff on there. So, yeah, it's going to be a while before that dries. But in the meantime, okay, I could put this like sideways or something. I don't know. It can come out. I want it to have some fun added to it. So maybe on that one, then we got these smaller cards. We need something. Even some of this black. I like that jagged edge right there. I might just tear it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add this to some black cardstock. I'm going to go around the edges with this ink. And make sure I'm still in frame. Can you guys see that? Sometimes I don't realize I'll start crafting and my mind will just, it's just into the craft and I'm not even aware if I'm filming right. So I apologize for that if I'm not in frame sometimes. Okay, so this journal is going to probably, even though it's a summer theme, it may end up turning into like a bee theme because I'm starting to see a lot of bee stuff that I love. As a matter of fact, I'd ordered, along with the ink pads that I ordered, that's coming from Joann's, I think I ordered some fabric too. I'm trying to think, did I get, I don't know. I forgot what I ordered. I know I got some ink. But also Joann's had like a super good sale. And I don't know if it was just like a 4th of July sale or just whatever, but they had some fabrics for like 50% off. So fabric fat quarters was like bee theme. So I love anything on the clearance rack. That's honestly, unless I'm like specifically looking for something, when I go to like Joann's or Hobby Lobby or Michael's, wherever. I'll go straight to the clearance rack first, and then I'll see what else is there. Okay, now this is too big. This is too big for this, but it's not necessarily too big for this. I don't know, we'll see. So it kind of takes away from that, but I don't know, we can still add stuff to it. I think I'm gonna have it come this way. Yeah. Because if we have something coming, oh, I could fold this. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna fold this to where it goes back here. As a matter of fact, I may even fold this to do the same thing. Or not, I don't know, we'll see. I don't know about that. Okay, and then we've still got some of this left. And I think I'm just gonna glue this. Just gonna tear a piece of that corner off. Kind of put it down here. And something that I didn't do was I didn't run any distress ink over all these, which I may or may not, I don't know, because it might not really need it right yet. There is some distress ink on there because when I ran out of black ink and dark color ink, so I had to use that beige color, and I did take distress ink around on top of the thread, so some of the ink probably got on some of that other stuff, so I don't really need to distress it too much. Yes, I'm going to put this here, but I'm going to put it on here high enough to where it's not covering the stitches. So we got that, and then I'm just going to add another piece of this and do the same thing on here. And nothing special, but I just don't want to take away from a lot of what I've already got on here. So, yeah, we'll just put this right here. Just glide that across. Okay. Because that black can be overwhelming, so I don't want to put too much of it on here. Alright, so I think that's enough for this right now. But these will probably still go into the journal, but just not on these particular tags. I'm just going to fold these on over, along with this, and the rest of this, because like I said, we can still use it for something in the journal. I'm going to add it to my little journal stash. There's so much I got to get done that I haven't finished yet. Oh, and when I cut my little mushrooms out, I kept these, so I may put that there or something. I don't know. We'll see. It is fun when it comes to decorating and all that. But let's first see where we're at. So, okay, I'm probably going to stitch this on. And obviously I'm going to have to do something with this back. So this may go into like a bigger tag or something. But we know this is opening up. And this is probably going to open up. I don't know. I kind of like these almost as they are, but then we just need some stuff on there. I really like this. But if I decoupage it, I wonder how well you can see it. What? I don't know. Oh yeah, this butterfly looked really good. But at the same time, it kind of takes away from the picture. I don't know, we might use that in something else. Let's see what we've got first. I'm going to use some of these, oh yeah. I like that. I do like that. How that comes out, like it's like a tab. And it kind of fits right in. That's cute too. I might do that. Might turn this one like that. Am I in frame? Can you guys see this? Let me make sure. Yeah, so this will probably go here. And this, I don't know, I might have come out like that. So I like for things to go different directions. Instead of using beige, I might use this blue. Yeah, I think I'll use the blue because of the colors. Need some contrasting colors. I like this, how it says summer. This is cute too. I think these are too big. These are, what? Yeah, that's too big. No, this isn't too big. But I've got some in here from the other project when I made my rustic kind of cover, journal cover. I went on ahead and cut everything out, all the ephemera. And then some of these that I use on my other, you probably see, you may or may not have seen it. I just added some glossy accents to these just to make them pop a little bit. You know, summer dream, summer fun. Oh, you know what? Since that says summer fun, I might just put this right here. How cute would that be? Yeah. Along with this. And then add some fabric in there. But we'll get to the fabric in a little bit. I'm just trying to size all this up. That's cute. We might put that there. That'd be like a little pocket, right? Or something. Oh, yeah. And then this, we've got this one here, too. All I did was just take some glossy accents and go around that. Yeah, we might, you know, put this up here at the top. Or I could put it up here. We'll see. Definitely want to probably use this some kind of a way. We'll make a collage of something, or cluster of something. Okay, so while I'm still waiting on this to dry, I do need to go ahead and put some stuff on the back. All of this can get glued, but I'm just going to keep these attached together. I should take a picture of how I was wanting this to look. Okay, so we need a backdrop for all of these. And here's a little scrapbook pad that I got from Michael's. It was like $5. And there's some really pretty paper in here. And I think I'm going to use like a summery color. This is very pretty. So we'll probably use that. I may have to use two of them. I think they have one with like the yellow. And I think there's one... I thought I saw one that had like, yeah, green. That's so pretty. Man, that's pretty. I'm almost afraid to do it because I want to use this on my scrapbook. I might just, well, I still have that because there's 2 pages of each, so I guess I'll use it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use it. Sometimes I'll get papers and I just hoard them because it's just hard to let go. So, okay. So I want this to come out a little bit. Let me take this little perforated line off of here. I like how that comes off, and you can just peel it off instead of having to get the cutters or trim paper trimmer. I think this is way better up against green or yellow. Both of them are good, but and the good thing is you can keep these little strips and add words and things like that, and let this be like the backdrop to it. So we're not going to throw that away. We're going to keep it. So, okay. I'll go ahead and line this up. Let me go around the edge of this with the marker. So like for all of my stuff to show like really well. You don't have to, but I don't know, to me when you accent it with either like some type of distress inks or something, it makes your images pop a whole lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. Actually, well, yeah, I'll use UHU glue stick. But I may also go around the edge with some art glitter glue too, just to make sure. Not saying that this UHU isn't going to stick, because it's pretty sticky, but the art glitter glue kind of moves a little bit better, so I just want to make sure that it's going to stay in place, and that my edges are going to stay in place and aren't going to lift up. Which I guess if they did lift up, that'd be fine too, because I do want that grungy, distressed look. So it's a win-win situation. So now I'm going to basically I guess I'll put my two small ones. I don't know, I might just only use the green. I'll just use one sheet instead of using two sheets, and that'll work. I'll have some with this backdrop and some with this backdrop. So I'm just going to go around the edges of all of these with the marker, glue them on here, cut them out, and then I'm going to be... Okay, so we've got the backings on here. I just now thought about something. I probably should have had this green part going the other way, because it wasn't double-sided, it was single-sided. So, but I only used the green paper, I didn't use the yellow, so I guess I'll just put the yellowish color on here. Okay, so that'll go in there, and then we have these two that I would roughly say are almost the same. Okay, so I'm going to round up the corners as soon as I find my little thingy. This is going to go here. Make sure I get that good. Okay, so like I said, I need to distress these. I think I'm going to use some of this coffee archival ink. And let's see how this does. Yeah, I like that. So I'm just going to distress these, all of these, and then all of these right here. And then I will be right back. Okay, so before I put this on here, let's see which one. This is the biggest one. I need to add this one. So I know it's going to go like this. And then this will end up covering up that. So I'm going to have to glue or stitch or both this one. But I'm wondering if I should go around the edge. Should I distress it just a little time? Yeah, I'm going to just add a little bit of distress ink on here just to kind of give it a little heap of color. And this is just the remnants of what was already on here. And what I may do later on, after I've already assembled most of this, is I may come back through and add some glossy accents right here, just to kind of end right here where the staple is, just to kind of make it pop a little bit, you know. But I just wanted to give it a little bit of, you know, color. So I'm going to first glue it on, and then I'll go back through and stitch it on. I want to make sure I got it right. So it's going to go like that. And I do already know, let's see, where did I put? Summer Fun is going to go here. So I'm going to slide it down. I'm going to go ahead and glue it on. And then, let's see. I think I'm going to add some fabric on here. Some cheesecloth or something. And I was running low on my cheesecloth, and I was at Hobby Lobby the other day, and they had, it's like a spring kind of thing, and they had like 66% off. So off of $8.99, I think I paid like $3 and something for this instead of $8. But basically all it is just cheesecloth. It says it's a table runner, but yeah, I'm using it for cheesecloth because that's basically what it is. So that's not bad for $3, and it's 18 inches by 288 inches. That's not too bad. So I'm going to use some of that. I've got some vintage, well, not vintage. I've got some cheesecloth that's already been dyed, but I want to use some white cheesecloth. Make it so bad. You know, like I said, I have Joanne's order coming in from where I ordered ink, but I also think I ordered cheesecloth as well, but I had ordered it before I went to Hobby Lobby. But I just happened to see this, and I was like, I'm not passing that up, much as I use cheesecloth. So we're going to use a snippet of this. I'm going to just cut like a decent piece because I'm probably going to use some more on these other tags. So I'll just get like a decent piece that I can break off little by little. I love this cheesecloth. I love cheesecloth, period. So, and I love it even more when you get a good deal on it. Okay, so let me put this back up right quick. And I am going to distress around the edges of this right here with this archival ink coffee. This is my first time using that color because I do like archival inks, but typically I had been using just mainly my Distress Oxide inks. I do use other inks too, but that's mainly what I had been using. And then we're going to get a little piece of this cheesecloth. Just a little spriggly sprag of it. It doesn't cut as good as I wanted it to, but it'll be okay. So I want that to fall down. I might have to add some more. We'll see. But, so that's going to go like that. Let me go ahead and stitch this on. I'll stitch it from this side. But before I do that, I need to kind of cover this up too. So we kind of need something going in behind there. And then I need to go ahead and stitch this on. Then I can put this over top of that. Yeah. Let me stitch this on because I want to make sure it stays on pretty good. Okay, so we've got it on there now. It's stitched pretty well. And I am just going to go ahead and add this on here. I may even, yeah, I'll just cover it up. So let me use some QHU glue stick on part of it, and then use some art glitter glue on the rest of it. That way this is on here pretty good. I think I'm going to leave that string on here. Yeah, I think I am. So let's kind of center this as best we can get it. Okay, I think it'll work. So we've got that on there. And now I'm not sure about this other big one yet, because I was going to, the way I added this right here for this card was similar to how I was going to be adding this on this card, because I wanted some of these numbers to show, but I might have it come down or something. No, that takes way too much. Yeah, let's just fold this in half and see what we can come up with. Let me smooth it down. Let's burnish it with my little spatula, little paint spatula. I've had this little tool for 10, 20 years. I don't know how long I've had it for a while. Okay, so let's see. Turn it like this. I don't know. I might still put it on this side. I think I'm going to put it on this side because I do want that number to show. Or I can just cut it. And then use it as like a tab. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use it as a tab. So I will need to go ahead and put this on. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and add all of these on here, all the backings. Okay, so now for the fun part in decorating. Now I did take a photo of how I wanted to keep everything, but I don't know. That might change. That usually does change whenever I'm decorating. So, and I tried to keep everything together for a tag that I was going to use. Let's see, this one, all this goes to one of these tags. Now this is definitely going to have to change because that tab is going to go up there. So vegetables, yeah, I think that goes on that one. And then I'm not sure how I had these, or does it go here? I forgot what goes where. Well, I guess I had to get my picture back out. We'll play around with it. Let's see, sunshine, I think. I like that too. So what I think I'm going to do, this is going to be like a little belt. And where are my other little bugs? I think I'm going to take one of these little bugs. And I was watching on, whose channel was it? I can't even think of her name. She does scrapbooking. I'll put her name up in the corner when I think about it. And she made like interactive things. So, for her scrapbooks. And I want to make this kind of interactive to where this little bug's going to be able to go up and down. So, but I'm going to leave him the color he is, but I am going to make him a little more sturdy. And I'm just going to glue him and cut him back out. I'm going to glue him to some brown cardstock. Just a little scrap piece of cardstock. I'm just going to cut him out. And let's see. Okay, and then I need to create like a band that's going to go around here. I want it to be pretty sturdy, so I'm going to use this cardstock right here. And I'm going to make it probably a 1/2 inch thick. And basically it's just going to go around this. I'm just going to kind of fold this to where it's like square or halfway. And it's just going to go around. And this is going to be the part that's going to move up and down. So I'm going to go ahead and glue it together. And I didn't really measure it because I think it'll be okay without being measured. So we're just going to glue it around. Put a little bit of glue here. And then glue this to here. Oops. But this is going to go, it's going to function like so. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. And then I'm going to attach our little bug on here. But I'm going to add like a little scenery, like a grassy area, or we're definitely going to have some cheesecloth, that's for sure. Just a little tiny bit. So I just want to see what it's going to look like. Going up and down. Let's see, what else could I put with it? I like that. So we'll glue this down. I'm just going to put some glue on top of there. Add this. I want to make sure that it's going to be able to pull. Make sure it didn't glue down to that. And we can kind of keep it simple. We could just put our little bug on there. But I kind of wanted some more stuff. We'll keep it simple. So add the cheesecloth. And our little bug, ladybug. And this just goes up and down with a little trail. So we've got that. And then we need some, maybe I'll stamp something. Yeah. I'll take like a little piece of this and stamp it. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to put some little corner edges on here. And these come with the kit, so I'm going to put them on there. And then I'm going to make like a pocket or something, but I'm going to take a part of a McDonald's bag and kind of grunge it up and then kind of add it to there. But I'm going to stitch it as well. And matter of fact, I'm going to make a few pockets from the paper bag, McDonald's paper bag. And then we'll see what I can make of that. I'm loving my little ladybug though. I just think that's so cute. So yeah, I need a pocket that's going to fit like right through here, and maybe one over in here, and then maybe some little small ones for these right here. And all I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to tear up, hold on, let me get this. I'm just going to tear up bits and pieces of a McDonald's bag, and I'm going to stitch maybe some cheesecloth on it or something. Let's see. Well, first let me move all this out of the way, because it's hard for me to come up with style designs because I'm always coming up with different ideas of what to use with what I've got. So I might just cut this one right here in half and then put part of it on this one and the other part on that one. I don't know. But let me move these out of the way so I don't lose them. And then put some of these little pieces of ephemera up. And it's been a few hours and I'm still waiting on these to dry. They're getting there, but I do like how it's making it look more pronounced and shiny. Okay, so yeah, let me move these out of the way. And this is that McDonald's bag that I had rust and coffee stained, even though it doesn't really look much like anything done. And I'm literally just going to take the recipes. And I'm just going to create a pocket, like a small pocket that I know is going to fit like right in here, and it's going to be pretty short. And I'm literally just cutting this up. And what I may do is stitch on some, of course, some cheesecloth and maybe another piece of fabric, like vintage distressed looking fabric, to the middle of it. And just kind of build up like a, I don't know, a grungy kind of look. I'm just putting fabrics together. Well, that'll be too thick. Let me see. Here's a piece of that cotton fabric that I love, that I had gotten from Dollar Tree, that I had rusted and stained. I'm going to use a little piece of that. Just a little smidgen. And then we're just going to glue it. We're not going to glue it, but we're going to stitch it on here. So let's move this out of the way. And then I'm just going to create some more little pockets in the same manner. Some pockets and little tucks. And even if I don't use tucks, I can just make little clusters from these right here. And so I will be right back. Okay, so we have our little clusters, and I just added some threads and stitched on cheesecloth fabric or whatever. Now I'm getting ready to grunge it up, like really simple. I'm just going to take some of this yellow, and you may have seen my process video on how I rust stuff, or actually the first design team project video. So I'm just going to kind of go around the edge Now on that one, that video where I distressed or grunged up stuff, I had used a combination of tea and these Faber-Castell markers. And I just went around the edges or whatever. And that's kind of what I'm doing again. But I had also used some texture paste. But I'm not going to take the texture paste around this. I'm just going to kind of just use the markers and the alcohol. I mean the tea. I think I still got some tea left in that bottle. And then that's all I'm going to do is just kind of go around the edges of these just to grunge it up. And then I want to spray it with the tea so we can get us some tea stains. And there are so many different mediums you can use to get the same effect or a similar effect. I wanted to use the yellow because it's more summery and more, it's summer-like and vintage, like a vintage summer. So I've got some tea. I don't know how well it's going to activate with the tea. It did really good with that that last time. And I'll probably put these in the oven to dry. So, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished making these. And this is what they look like. And I'm probably going to, I don't know. I'm still waiting on the peaches to finish getting done. They're getting there, but the crackle's not quite settled in yet. So I'm just going to get something to eat, and then hopefully by then everything will be done, and I will be right back. Since I know it's going to take a little while for this to finish drying, I'm going to go ahead and add some, not collage medium, but some texture paste around some of the edges of these. Let me see. Let me go ahead and first, I'm going to go ahead and glue some of this on here so that I don't lose its position. And then I'm just going to go around the edges with the crackle paste. Go ahead and glue this here. That way I know it's there. And I thought about going around the edges of this, but I think I'm just going to leave it plain. And I am going to go ahead and add some, I'm going to use cheesecloth, or if I want to use this, I think I'm going to use this right here. Let's try to mix it up a little bit. This is that, I forgot what it's called. It's like what you use for at the sea, or like an ocean theme kind of. So I'm just going to glue this on. Well, I'm getting low on my glue. So let's just get this on here. That there. And then we'll go ahead and glue this on. And I'm going to keep it kind of simple, but I don't know, I can't help it. I just love, like, I love tags that have a lot of character, if that makes any sense. See, that one goes there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rough up the edges. And you can take your scissors, or if you have an actual distresser piece, that would work too. This isn't gluing very good. I might have to stitch that on, but we'll see. But in the meantime, I'm just going to kind of distress these edges. Just like ruffle them up. Make it look kind of old. And then after that, then I'm going to come back through with some texture paste. So that was the whole point, was to kind of make these look old and distressed and what have you. So I'm just going to take my little spatula. I'm just going to run some in different areas, you know, just to kind of make it look rough and old. And then after it dries, we'll kind of add some more medium colors and make it look older and mat it up. Since it's taken forever for that crackle to dry, I may as well go ahead and add some of this on here too. And then I'm going to do that to all of these, and then by the time I come back, I'm going to go ahead and start gluing some of these. Let me zoom in. Similar to how I've already got it. So that when we come back, most of it will pretty much be done. Let me zoom back out. Okay, so I added the texture paste, and it has to dry just like everything else. And since it has to dry, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of this crackle paste. Hopefully it'll do right. I've used crackle paste before, but for some reason it just didn't want to do right. So, but I'm just going to add like a little bit, like over here. And we're just going to let it, see if you can see that or not. And I'm just going to let this dry, probably just overnight, and then come back to it a little bit later. Add a little bit of crackle on this. And see what we get. And this is the translucent crackle paste, so I'm not real sure how it's going to turn out, but yeah, we're just going to add some of that on here. And then also, maybe you can see that or not, but I'm just going to take a pen and go around like where the staples are on here. And I did the same thing already right here. I've traced around these. And I'm just going to take some glossy accents and go over it. And I'm going to let those dry as well. So I'm holding the camera right now. So, but when everything's dry, I'll let you see what it looks like. Okay, so everything's finally dry. And this is what the crackle looks like on some of it. And the peaches, you can kind of see a little bit of the crackle. And then the glossy accents on the staples. And it picked up pretty well on most of it. I don't know if you can see that or not, the crackle on there a little bit. And then we come over to here. See some crackle. That turned out really well. I like that. And then we had some crackle on this one. That came out pretty decent. And then we had some on this one. But I want to kind of distress these edges right here, like from where I put the, let me turn this around like this, I'm holding my camera. Kind of like where I put the paste at, the texture paste and stuff. So I'm going to go over it with this pen, this, you know, the watercolor marker, the Faber-Castell. I want to go over it on some of these edges, similar to how I did the first design team project, just to kind of get it like distressed looking. So, put some of this on. And then we're going to see what it looks like. I'm going to add coffee this time just to kind of see. I'm going to spritz some on there. It'll come out. Well, it's not wanting to come out too good. Maybe I'll just have to use some tea. I preferred using coffee though. And I'm almost out of it, so I really wish it would come out. I'm just dropping little bits and pieces of coffee on here, so that's not so bad. I kind of like that, the little drips. I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna just spritz on some of that, some of that. And then once it's all done, I'm just gonna take some snapshots and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I finally finished it, and I just added some more like distress inks and things like that on here. And basically all I did was, off camera, I did add a little bead and this little fabric, the top of the tag, and then I added an eyelet right here, and I had to disassemble this right here. I had to unglue it, and then I added that eyelet in there with this string tied into there first. Like I tied the string in there first, then added the eyelet, and then secured it back with the glue, and then that's the closure for this right here. So basically everything, you've already seen everything I've made, except for just these little extra things, and I added this little bead on here. So, and I added an eyelet inside of there. But this is what it looks like, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos and my blog and my social media sites. And as always, I thank you guys so much for watching.